Hey, Juliet here. This is like my fourth time putting together this video because the last three videos that I put together, I've been terrified that number one, I'm going to say the wrong thing, or number two, I watched this third video that I did and it depressed me. And I want to talk about depression and how to help. So I'm going to try this again. Okay, so I want to just preface this video by saying that if you are super depressed and you're really low and you're on the edge and you're really just feeling like at the end of your rope, maybe try a different video. You need to do whatever it is that you need to do to get through today and make it to tomorrow. So if you need to call a friend or a suicide hotline, or you need to just go to sleep for a little bit and see how you feel tomorrow, do that. Okay? This video is for people who are feeling a little bit better and feeling a little more, even. Okay? And then I invite you to come back and watch this video later when you're feeling a little bit better. Okay, so that being said, I want to share with you that, if you're dealing with depression, it's a lifetime thing. And there's not going to be one magic thing that you can do to just fix it and make it go away, and that sucks. And I'm sorry. But today I'm going to share, just for me, this might not work for you. You may need something different. But for me, these are my suggestions for you to live with it just a little bit easier. So step one is do whatever you need to do to get yourself to like the okay. If you need to check yourself into a hospital, if you need to call the suicide hotline, if you need to get on medication, whatever you need to do that. Okay? Now, phase two. This is a phase where I've been in a long time. So phase two is to start making little good decisions and learn life skills and implement those life skills every day. Every day. Step three is repeat. So here's where the life skills come in. If you're a little bit younger, you might still be getting to know yourself. So just wait it out a little bit. Learn who you are. Learn who you are becoming. I promise it will be different, and it does get better. It doesn't go away, but I swear you can learn how to make things better and more manageable by getting to know yourself, getting to know the signs of when things are starting to get hard, and then proactively taking steps to making sure you're kind of pushing yourself back up again. Okay? So for me, here's what happened. So I've dealt with this my whole life, like since I was a preteen, and I'm what am I now, 37? About maybe like 3 years ago, everything in my life was going to shit. I was getting a divorce. My mom was sick. Some other things were really going wrong in my life, and I was really sad. And it was almost easier to take then because, well, anybody in that situation would be sad, right? But here's the real thing that it's just really shitty, you guys, is right now, life is... Mickey, if you're going to come in, come in. Just hold that thought. Okay, sorry about that. I don't have kids, but I do have cats. So here's the kicker. Here's what happened. Last year, I moved to Texas, which was my dream. I married my best friend, who is a wonderful guy and is just amazing, right? I got a house and my business started going great. So on paper, everything's great, right? But then little by little, days started stringing together where I didn't feel okay. Like I didn't even feel like, one of the red flags for me was one night I didn't even want to brush my teeth. I didn't want to floss my teeth because this little voice I don't actually hear voices, but you know, that feeling that you get, well, why bother? You know? Or in the morning, I would wake up and I would just already feel bad, which for me is unusual. It's like normally I'm not feeling good in the evening. So that was a big red flag for me. And I started looking, I was like, well, what's wrong? I should feel great. And the thing that I realized is that, you know, happiness and feeling good is not always situational. You know, in fact, a lot of the times it has nothing to do with what your actual circumstances are. So that brings me to the whole life skills thing. I can't do the same things that my friends do. My brain, my body, my heart doesn't work like theirs. And I am the only person that knows exactly what I need to thrive. So for me, I can't stay up late. I can't especially string together multiple days of staying up late because I don't feel good. I feel empty. My nerves feel frayed. I know that I'm what I like to call an extroverted introvert or an outgoing introvert. And what that means is I really like to go out about once per month and do it up really good. And then the rest of the time, I find interacting with large groups of people super draining. I know that about myself. So if I'm pushing myself and going out multiple days and letting other people suck out my energy, especially if I'm getting into, you know, friends who are sucking the life out of me, that is just one of those things where I have to be a little bit selfish and step back and be like, no, this is not something I can do right now. If I'm empty right now, I can't give anything else to other people. So another thing is if I'm not exercising and moving my body multiple days in a row, I don't feel good. If I'm eating fast food, like what seems like everyone else does, everyone else seems to eat a bunch of fast food and they're fine. Well, you know what? I'm not. So these are life skills that I'm learning, you know, getting enough sleep, breathing deeply, working with my hands. Did you know that's designed to make you feel great, working with your hands? Volunteering, being in community with other people. These are all little bitty things that you can do over time to make you feel better. Another big thing for me that I'm not like my friends is that I really have to watch what I let into my life and who I let speak into my life, who I allow to be a role model, whose opinions I let get in. Because let me tell you guys, everybody has an opinion. And a lot of times it has nothing to do with you or you thriving. It's not for you. So if you have somebody that's sucking the life out of you or speaking negative things into your life, you cut them off immediately if you can. That's just one of those things that may seem a little selfish, but that's what you need to do. I also can't watch horror movies or a bunch of violent movies, you know, maybe more than one every, you know, month or so. And that sucks because everyone else does that. But you know what? I care about what I allow my brain to see because my brain doesn't work the same as other people. I am really sensitive. So anyway, that's the thing. I just want to let you know that you're going to be the one to kind of take charge and take the reins. You definitely are going to need people to help you and be part of your support system. But when it comes down to it, you are really the one that has to decide that you want to live a good life. And it's one of the hardest things. It's one of the hardest things to do. But nobody can do it for you because someone else giving you the will to live or some other circumstances giving you the will to live, it won't last. It could crumble at any moment. You have to decide that in your heart. I do want to tell you that the world does need you, and the world is a better place with you in it, and there are people that would miss you. Please know that. Everybody's life has value. Everybody has a chance to remake themselves anew and work towards something better every single day. But you gotta find that little fire in your heart, and even if it's just a little bit, you gotta stoke that fire every day. Be friends with people who are good to you. Don't do drugs and drink alcohol when you're not feeling good. You know, that's another hard thing that's for me that makes me different than my friends, is like, my husband can have a drink every day and be okay. And I just can't. I can't do that thing that it seems like everyone else does, right? Where they've had a hard day at work and they wind down with a glass of wine. I do that occasionally, but if I do that multiple days in a row, I don't feel good, you guys. And that's just the way that my brain works, and that's okay. So anyway, I want to tell you that although the depression doesn't go away, I think knowing that, and knowing that that's normal and that you can learn to do things about it, I think that's healthier than pretending like you take a pill or you reach out and you get a therapist and all of a sudden everything's fine, because it's just not the way it works. And you're normal, okay? You're gonna be okay. You guys, it cut me off because I talked too long. Anyway, here's what I want you to know. I want you to know that you're meant to be here. I want you to know that you're not alone and you're not abnormal. There are so many people that deal with stuff that we'll never really truly understand because we're not in your brain, but all of our brains are so weird and different, and you're gonna be okay. Decide that you're gonna be okay, okay? Get whatever help that you need to get, and you drive that train, and you keep looking and searching and trying, okay? Because when you're not here, you're not here. And there's no growth to be had. There's no changes to be seen. Just think of all the cat videos that you would miss. Okay? Mickey loves you. I love you. And I hope that you find some hope today. Okay? We'll see you later.